Afternoon, guys. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School, back out here at the Pathfinder Outdoor Kitchen headquarters. Not to be confused with Matt Mercer's Pathfinder Outdoor Kitchen on the SRO YouTube channel, where he cooks almost everything in the woods. We do some cooking here in a camp kitchen environment. And I'd like to show you guys lots of different ways of cooking things and lots of different cook surfaces as well, because you don't always have the luxury of being able to start a campfire. In fact, more times than not in this day and age, places are very restrictive of the campfires that you can light when you're in a camping environment, especially in an area like a state park and things like that where you may take your children. So we've talked about camp stoves, we've talked about larger camp stoves for like a base camp, and today what I want to talk to you about is a basic turkey fryer. A basic turkey fryer is one large propane burner, but it allows you to cook lots and lots of things. And if you've got that in a propane tank, you pretty much got it licked. Now I'm going to show you an attachment we're going to use to that turkey fryer today that's made by Petromax. We're going to take the legs off this Discada and put it on top, and that's what we're going to cook camp fajitas in today. So stay with me. So the model that we're using out here today is called the Bayou Classic, and this thing just came off Amazon. It's probably 5 years old. You can see it's got a very stable platform on it because it's made to have a large stock pot full of oil in it so that you can fry turkey on it, things like that. It's got a large single propane burner and a metal hose that goes to a propane tank. So it's very portable and it's very convenient. And we use this a lot at the school when we're doing roving camps and things like that for our camp master to cook instructor breakfasts and things like that. We don't want to have to start a fire to do that, or have him right in the middle of a campfire to do that when we're maybe teaching. He can sit off to the side and cook on this burner without having to start a separate fire. And it's very convenient and easy. And we can just throw it in the back of a four-wheeler and take it out when we're done. And you can do the same thing in your overlanding vehicle, your pickup truck, doesn't matter. This is a very convenient type of burner to carry with you. Okay, so we're going to use this Discada as a cooking surface on top of this burner. And it comes with 3 legs, and I would suggest you oil these legs when you put them in here and take them out, because they will rust in there over time to where you can't hardly get them out. So keeping those things lubricated is important. Now, this sits right on top of here, and we can turn this thing to where it basically locks into place. So those legs won't let it move. Where the stick out points are for the leg attachments will lock right into that grill surface, and then you're ready to go. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna clean this thing off, heat it up a little bit, and get it clean so that we can cook on it. All right, once we got our gas hooked up, turn it on. Light that dude right up with a ferro rod. Boom. Lock her in place. Now we're going to turn this thing down a little bit. I've got it wide open right now. And you've got an adjustment valve on the tank. And you can look in there and you can see the flame. Turn it up and down. Get this oiled up real good, and then we'll shut the heat off of it for a minute. And we'll wipe it down, and then it's gonna be ready to cook on. Okay, let's discuss some of our ingredients. I've just got some pre-seasoned steak fajita meat here. You can buy this and cut it down into smaller strips, depending on how many people you're trying to feed. That's enough for probably 4 people right there. Got a bag of assorted peppers. I have some Uncle Ben's pre-cooked whole grain brown rice here. You want this stuff pre-cooked, because otherwise you're going to need to pre-cook it and then cool it down and then use it for your, basically your stir fry to make your fajita. So it's better off if it's already cooked, and it's much easier to carry this way as well. You don't have to do anything but basically sprinkle it onto your cooking surface and begin to stir fry. We've got some sharp Velveeta cheese, Daisy sour cream, Frog Ranch hot salsa, and some tortillas. That's pretty much all we're gonna need. And we can feed a whole crew with this. Okay, so let's first get some prep work done here. And we'll start with the vegetables, although that's not the first thing we're gonna cook. We'll get a few of these peppers cut up anyway. So, just gonna slice them down. Leave the seed. people have asked me about these knives. These are Frost kitchen knives. So you can get these on More Knives website. They're made by Frost, which is owned by Moore Knieve AB. And they make kitchen knives as well. And they work really well. All right. Now, if this meat's chunkier than you want it, you can always cut it down. I like to cut mine down a little bit thinner strips. And we're not going to cook all of this because right now we're only cooking for one, although we could easily cook for 10 just as easy. Get the meat on first. Now you want this hot. And once I get some brown on this meat, I'll go ahead and add my peppers. Get a good shaky tasty on there. All right, now, once our peppers start to wilt, now we're gonna go ahead and get our rice on here. We want that pretty loose, so kind of shake it on there because you're not gonna want it clumped up. Popping in there, that rice. Good. Now we're just going to mix all that together. Get that rice frying. Once we get that where we want it, we can just scrape it up and throw it in a bowl here. Look at that, man. Now what I'll generally do is, while this is still warm, after I've turned it off, I'll throw my tortillas on there that I'm gonna eat, just to get them nice and warm, give them a little bit of browning. They're hot enough you can't really touch them. They're gonna be perfect. All right, let's do some meal prep here. Get some. All right, look at that. Man, oh man, oh man. Get some steak meat in there. Get a little more rice in there. I like the rice. All right. That looks good. Now, throw a little sour cream on that dude. Look at that. And a little Velveeta shredded cheese here. That's a little clumpy there. We'll just take the whole clump. We don't care. Little Frog Ranch all natural. Look at that. Holy cow. Thing is bubbling up. Look at that, man. That is hot, hot, hot. I love it. Love it. That is some great salsa right there. And a little Born hot sauce. Got a horny toad right on it. You know that stuff's hot. Green on there. Green sauce. Oh man. That thing's gonna set your guts on fire for sure. And then, black cherry boiling soda here. Boiling black cherry. Gotta love it. All right. Roll her up and give her the taste test, fellas. All right. I think we're ready. Roll that dude up. See what we got going on here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Woo! Wow. Talk about awesome. You don't even know. Holy cow. I can't even tell you. I'm a big fan of Mexican food and Tex-Mex in general. So, this is definitely where it's at right here. Oh, man. Well, see what this black cherry tastes like. That's not bad here. Maybe pure cane sugar. Definitely a soda after my own heart right there. Oh, heck yeah. Guys, I appreciate you joining me out here today for just a quick video on how to make canned fajitas. Really, really simple recipe. It doesn't take a whole lot. If you got a cooler, you can keep most of this stuff for a few days in camp. One single burner like that Bayou Classic right there in the Discada will allow you to cook a lot of stuff, because that Discada is great for cooking eggs, bacon, pancakes, French toast, you know, all the breakfast type foods, and anything you would want to fry up as well for dinners and things like that, to include full-on steaks and things you can cook right on top of that surface. And it works just as well over a campfire, because remember, it has 3 legs that you can attach to it to set it right over the top of a bed of coals. So it's a very multifunctional piece of kit. Again, it's by Petromax. If you want to look them up, there is one U.S. distributor for Petromax in the U.S., and that's Lehman's Hardware, I believe it is. I don't think you can get their stuff on Amazon, but you might be able to through Lehman's Hardware, probably, if you can get it all, because I think that's their only U.S. distributor. Guys, I appreciate your support. I appreciate your views. I thank you for everything you do for school, for family, for business. All our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. And I'll be back with another video in this cooking series as soon as I can. But now, I'm getting back to this bad boy fajita right here. Oh, man. Tear that thing up.